AJ Red Show, starring me, AJ Red. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Now let's get into it.
What's going on, y'all? We're back down in the valley where the girls get naked. And if you're throwing bands, then you already know they're going to shake it. Whether it's stimulus checks, food stamps, welfare checks, energy checks, child support checks, whatever they got going on now, you know, bring them bitches down to the paint. And we willing to take it. You heard? Anyway, welcome back to another episode of the AJ Red Show. YouTube family and friends, if you have not already hit that like button, the subscribe button, and ding that damn bell, I think, or something right over yonder ways or something other, to make sure you get these notifications when these videos come through. So anyway, I'm gonna just go ahead and let y'all know flat out, I've been on a motherfucking case like Angela Lansbury, and yes, it is the 4th of July weekend, and I have had a few to drink, and I'm doing quite well. No, I'm not somewhere barbecuing in somebody's backyard, scratching back, pulling up dirt and all this old bullshit, weeds and turnip greens and all that different stuff. I'm not in somebody's backyard dancing, doing any of those things. But what I will tell you is, bitch, this is my second time recording this video because for some strange reason, y'all bitches keep calling me, asking me what I think about Pvalley. And I'm on here trying to tell y'all, but y'all keep calling me, interrupting my service. But anyway, without further ado, I'll move the fuck on with the episode and with the show. So welcome back, anybody who has been here, and welcome for those who have not. We are doing Pvalley Season 2, Episode motherfucking 5. Again, I'm gonna say, like I said before, bitch, you ain't seen the last video. I had to delete and start over, but I feel as though this was a filler episode. Uncle Cliff was narrating some shit. They was jumping all around back into Keshawn's past. Some shit in the beginning I had no interest in. I'm like, bitch, it's bad enough y'all filming in the midst of COVID still, when the rest of us, them damn near took off the mask, and the rest of y'all down there stood at the paint wearing masks and shit. It's hot. This liquor is getting to me. The rest y'all over there with fucking masks on and carrying on and whatnot and so forth. We don't need all that shit. But anyway, getting right into the episode. I'm not gonna be here very long. They entitled the episode The White Knight. And in the beginning, I could not understand why they called it The White Knight. But then looking at the motherfucking shit, how they went over the whole episode, over Keshawn's backstory and all this different shit, which at first I can tell y'all I was not interested. But again, I'm still going to go with filler episode because let's move the fuck forward and see what everybody doing, Mayor Kyle and all that. But anyway, starting off, let's just say, Miss Mississippi is working that motherfucking pole. It's hot, y'all. And I got the M. I've been drinking. Like Beyonce, I've been drinking. But yeah, you know, she worked the fuck out the pole and everything. She did a very good job. Did some shit on the pole I probably couldn't have done. Or what? Well, if I tried, I'm pretty sure I probably could succeed because listen, I believe in succeeding in anything I try in, right? Alert. But, she has some very impressive moves on that on this episode. Also, I would like to give shout out, and I'm glad to say I'm glad to say we've seen Jocelyn Hernandez, the Puerto Rican princess. She actually did a guest appearance in this episode. I didn't think that the Puerto Rican princess was a stripper, but I don't know what the fuck she did in her former life. But I think stripping, she might need to leave alone because she has gained a few pounds. Mama done put on around in her midriff, so, but she's still fine, but she had to put on a few pounds. But I thought she was a rapper and not a stripper. But I guess we stripping, dipping and stripping. I don't know. I mean, shit, people just trying to find different streams of income. But looking back on why they called it the White Knight. They called it the White Knight because looking over the episode and everything, what was going on and so forth, when Keshawn was being bullied by the football team and all these other bitches that's at the school, that figured she wasn't worthy. I mean, I'm just sweating all up in. I don't know what's going on. Fuck. The air is on. It is hot. And I don't know if it's the booze or what. But anyway. But yeah, so they was just fucking with her and teasing her down to the schoolhouse and whatnot. And, talking about she's dark chocolate. Now, where I'm from, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. So I'm not gonna sit up here and say no shit about she's a beautiful girl. Now, you know, in my eyesight, I'm not into women. That's not my thing, and I don't give a fuck what you think. Say what you will, feel how you want it, but that's your feelings, not mine. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. This is my channel. This is my show, right? Okay, but no. So there's so many different things that makes up an essence of a woman. There's so many different reasons why a woman can be beautiful. I don't feel like there has to be a combination of only certain things. There are so many things that others get that others don't, but they still add up to the same cluster of beauty. That makes any sense? I'm trying to shorten this shit to make it make sense to y'all. For any of y'all that's still drunk on the foot and ain't got your shit together, or if you're high, whatever you got going on, or if you're a little slow. But there's so many elements to make a beautiful woman. That's inside and out. Skin tone does not define how beautiful a woman is, and not even her looks. But that's why I said it's a combination of inside and outside. And it's the same for my fellas, you know. But we're gonna get to y'all guys later on. We're talking about Keshawn today. But the bottom line is, yes, I mean, women have so many aesthetics and so many things and so many attributes and so many positive vibes and so many capabilities. It's so much that makes a woman, and all of those things together makes her beautiful. That's inside and out. And I couldn't understand why they felt like with Keshawn, you know, her being darker than her stepsisters, although they were bright, you know, shit, even lighter than me. And probably I'm light because the fucking lights are on, the fucking green light. But anyway, bottom line is, the guy Derek had to come to her rescue when the guy on the football team came to her and, asked her name. And when she decided not to say, after she had broke her ass, you know, he got all upset, you know, bitch this, you know, hold that, and which I find very disrespectful to a female. Excuse me, y'all. But it all boiled down to the white knight was basically when she was going through a very tough time and didn't really feel herself and feeling her insecurities. He was there to defend her, to defend her honor, to make her feel wanted, to help soothe a lot of her insecurities, and he did a very good job of that in that moment. But child, when he got her pregnant and got her down to the house, and she was saying all that shit that she was saying laying up on that sofa, I was just saying to myself, Keshawn, apparently I already know somewhere, it started somewhere, but please don't make me watch this man choke you out on this sofa or this love seat. And she got to talking bullshit, and you know, hormones is raging while she's pregnant, and the man just snapped. He went over there and grabbed her motherfucking neck and squeezed her neck. Like, you can't do that to a pregnant woman, because you're cutting off her oxygen. You're also cutting off the oxygen to the child. So he didn't give a fuck about either one of them at the present moment. And then when she had to show up to her stepmama's house or her dad's house, this bitch shunned her away and sent her back where she came from where she came. Now, again, this is a long episode. I'm not finna sit here and fuck around with y'all on the 4th, you know, going through all this shit, hashing over. I'm gonna give y'all ass the highlights, and whatever you didn't get, take your motherfucking ass down to take your motherfucking ass over here to the site, to the thing, and watch and see what went on. Cause I'd have missed some shit, I'm sure too. I looked away for a second to bite out of a burrito or some shit, eat a piece of fish or something. And yes, I have notes. Fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck about what y'all think. This is my show. Yes, I have to have some notes. This is a long motherfucking show, and I have a lot of this shit memorized. But anyway, back to the show. There was a heartfelt moment while Uncle Clifford was actually narrating the entire thing. I felt so bad for Keshawn because it told a story of how she got to be where she is in this present time, as to where she came from. So she had been adopting and accepting this oops upside your head kind of motherfucking mentality. So it kind of brought a realization to where she came from, how she got started with this guy, why she's so attached to him, why she feels like that she owes him something, and she has such loyalty to him even when there's others stepping in to help her, goofy ass such as Diamond. She goes against the grain. her stepmother was a real bitch. She only found, any worth in Keshawn when she can do something to help her stepsisters. She didn't have no beef with her stepsisters. Although her stepsister was being used more than a fucking porta potty. Because one of them sisters was fucking her stepdaddy. I know y'all saw that he was fucking her daddy. Because he kissed her and wrapped around her waist and all this. He was fucking her, And I'm pretty sure Keshawn's stepmama knew it. And that's why she said some shit like, the dress and everything fits perfectly, like it was almost tailored for you. But be careful of being a Barbie, because when he's tired of your ass, he'll go out and buy another one. And apparently, Keshawn's Derek hadn't got to that part yet. But I guess he beat his Barbie up. I don't know what the fuck the deal is, but apparently, stepmama knows that her daughter is, being pursued by her husband. And when Keshawn burnt that little crip ponytail off of the piece of that head, that lady lost her mind. She stood up there and said, you took away the only thing that makes her beautiful. Bitch, please. I would never ever have a daughter that I make her think that her hair is what makes her beautiful only. Now, that's a part of your beauty. Just go back to what I was saying earlier. There's many things. Now, I know my daughter's going to have plenty of gorgeous hair. And son, too. That's not a worry of mine. But what I'm saying, I said that to say this. You don't make your children think that certain things that define them, because what if they can't produce that certain thing? That you're making them or letting them be led on to think that that's what defines them, or that's what gets them into accepted into society. And society's looking for a lot of shit, but fuck them. You gotta be comfortable in your own motherfucking flesh. So with that being said, what if your daughter's born, with luxurious hair, and you done taught her, oh, your beauty and your strength is in your hair? Yeah, part of that is true, but if you teach her that that's the only place where her strength and her beauty lies, what the fuck happened when she get alopecia? Or a bitch burns her scalp out, or she get a bad perm or some shit like that? She got to go weeks or months on end, maybe even years, to grow that shit back. What else does she have to rely on to call her beauty? Or to rely on to say, this is also a part of my essence of beauty. Teach them that it's skin. Yes, it is part of your hair. It's the way you walk. It's the way you carry yourself. It's the way you speak. It's all that shit that makes the essence of a woman. So don't just make your daughter think that beautiful long hair or thick, long, gorgeous hair, because, bitch, they got some over here. Y'all know what I can tell you right now, was born bald head and nappy head. They can go get some Elmer's glue. That's not what they use, but they got some shit, weird glue, whatever, some glue, and go and stick it on there just to get themselves some confidence, because their mama done fucked their head up. Stop fucking up your kids. Everything is not defined in the way you look at what the fuck you dress. I'm going to keep saying that, because at the end of the day, let that be my PSA. Be your motherfucking self. If you want something from Walmart's, like my auntie say, Walmart's, and it's clean as well, but you look decent, that don't define your beauty, because you still a beautiful bitch. You just painting the peacock. So what's the point? Anyway, moving on, because I done got too caught up in that. But her stepmom was a bitch. When she knows she was being beat on and all this different stuff, because I know she assuming, but she told her, going back home, you can't run him when time gets rough. I'll be goddamn, you take my daughter out this motherfucking house, you vowed and said you were going to treat her right, pregnant or not. And if you can't do that, return her to motherfucking sender. That's what her and everything she came with. But anyway, he did beat the brakes off them little black boys on that field. He did some combat shit on them and whooped their ass. He beat y'all know my saying, he whooped the Mario coins out their motherfucking ass. Bobby pins all over the football field. After he beat the stuffing out the other boys' motherfucking muffin on the ground, the ones that came to grab Derek. By the time he kicked one, knocked him down, and started whooping on the other one's ass. The boy's not to be played with, but he got a mental condition. Because his dad was beating the brakes off his ass. And who's to say he wasn't beating the mama's ass? They just got too much going on with abuse and whatnot and so forth. People need to keep their fucking hands to themselves. Again, Jocelyn Hernandez making her guest appearance on Pvalley. She dropped a nugget for Keshawn as well, letting her know, like, hey, look, bitch, you good at what you do. You could be a star someday, but don't let this be where you end up. Let this be your start. Let this be the beginning of your story, but not the end. And she also went on to let her know, like, no matter what you do, there's always going to be bitches, haters, niggas, whatever around that's gonna be thinking and trying to keep in your mindset and trying to keep you reminded that you started off as this hoe, no matter where you end up at. Respectfully or whatever, where you end up at, they always want to remind you of your past, and motherfuckers are good at that kind of shit. Motherfuckers can't take you, you know, on your new front, your new journey, who you are today. They gotta keep on going back on old shit. But I digress. But she still made it very known to stay in your own. You know, keep your eyes on the prize. Make sure you still have the mentality of this is just for this present time, but it's a means to an end. You know, she looking to do her wig line and hair crack and lashes and all this shit. She want different avenues other than stripping on the fucking pole all goddamn day every night and can't get no rest because you busy around and spinning around the pole all day and night. And bitch got to get some sleep. Keshawn ended up at, they termed the cracker toe, not the nigger toe. They had lobster. You know, he had her dress. I mean, she was dressed for the motherfucking guards. That dress was beautiful. And even with that little mink stole, I guess it's called a mink stole, fuck. It was blue mink, as far as I saw. And it was gorgeous. You know, she had been introduced to a life that she already knew somewhat because she came from money. But, you know, I don't know. I guess it was a little different being on the other side, you know, being accepted and all this other stuff. But what else? Moving through, and yes, I got fucking notes. Keshawn's daddy, I think I might have mentioned it already, that Keshawn's daddy is fucking her stepsister. Y'all pay attention to that because he kissed up on her and the girl's already loose. And I think she already cutting the muscle, as the old folks say. So I know she fucking already. And she ain't just fucking them high school boys. And I think it's just not her fucking them high school boys. I think she ended up probably starting out fucking with Keshawn's dad, which is probably the first man she probably ever had. I bet you when we go back and look at this shit or see what they bring forward in the coming episodes, we're going to find out that he probably was the first lover she ever had, and probably not by choice. I'm pretty sure, because the way she looked, that grimace on her face when he kissed her and grabbed her waist and swooped her in a little bit for them prime pictures. Nigger toe, I don't know, nigger toe pictures or whatever the fuck they had going on. You know, he was a little aggressive and it looked a little nasty. It looked a little weird for an old ass man to be grabbing on his stepdaughter like that and kissing on her and treating her that kind of way. Rome. I thought Rome was going to be one of the good guys. I really thought Rome had more in store for Keshawn and the tour. He's always made sure that he sided with making sure he took care of Keshawn's, you know, part as a manager, as her manager, and left dealings to, I can't remember the guy's name, the funeral home director for Lil Murder's, you know, management and all that different stuff, and his production and his, his career. But I thought Big T was going to be the biggest threat in this group because he was so fucking nuts. He would pop off at the drop of a hat at any moment, in any situation. Watching the news, he was losing his mind and freaking the fuck out. And I was thinking to myself, that's going to be a real big problem. He's going to fuck around and hurt somebody or kill one of them. But did y'all see the look in the room on Keshawn's face and funeral home director's face when Lil Murder and Big T got into it? He said, her face looked at old boy and said, is these niggas fucking? And he said, these niggas is definitely fucking. I don't know if they was texting or what. Bottom line, Big T got upset about some shit, went over to the other room, carrying on. Lil Murder had to go over there and tend to him and love on him and get him straightened out while he walked through all them $1 bills. But Rome came into the room and Rome made a whole synopsis calling the other dudes broke ass motherfuckers and saying that it was Keshawn that was carrying the weight, it's them that's carrying the money and making the deals happen. If it wasn't for Keshawn, they wouldn't be getting anything, da-da-da-da, all this shit. But he said all that to say this. Well, Keshawn, get your shit together. We got to slide through Jocelyn's spot because she invited us over there to go dance. So count the money up, get your shit together, and come on by the room. Now, Keshawn's idea, her whole thought was she was going by there talking about the keys for the other fellas that they had that little debacle. Get their room keys, bring those back to them so they have their room. then slide off to Jocelyn's event and come back and break this bread like they had planned. But Rome had something else planned for Keshawn. He had this ugly ass, ghetto ass hooker shoe that she didn't want. Them horseshoes, not horse shoes, whore shoes that she did not like or did not want. And I agree with her. If you're gonna do some shit like that, don't be a hoe all your life, cause it runs out. You can't retire out of hoism. Excuse me. Do something that's gonna bring you, you know, if that's gonna be a means to an end, and it's gonna give you a nice little stash to where you got to go. All right, mama, I get it. She had the same mindset as Mercedes did in the beginning. Get your money, get in and get out. And so she wanted to do wig lines. She really had her money and her mindset predicated upon these wig deals, and when it fell through, it kind of shattered her, but she was looking to still go out there. She was hungry, and she's ready to go out there and look for more, you know, but he came with this tired ass horseshoe that she didn't want to be bothered with. When she tried it on, only to please Rome. Oh, it's perfect and all this different shit. I think she looked good with the pastel blue on that she already had, powder blue, with the outfit, and I think she did well dancing in that on the way down there to the Jocelyn Hernandez situation in the privates. But Rome had more planned. He brought her to the bathroom and had asked her to go try the shoes on with her glitz and all this shit, and she did that. In the meanwhile, he was planning to go in there and talk her out of some puss. But when he thought she was just going to be the average hoe that he, in his mind, thought that she would be, he decided he would go in and talk her out of it and figure, oh, she going to give it because I'm her manager, because I'm doing this for her and that for her. No, motherfucker, you her manager. You getting your cut. You getting paid for what the fuck you do. That don't mean you get P&P, paycheck and pussy. You get paycheck. And I'm pretty sure you get a nice little guap off this tour with the ugly ass chains on you wearing. But you going to turn around and try to rape this baby or talk her out of some pussy when she don't want to give it to you. Now you're going to yank all her little glittery shit off and going to throw her on the bed and try to take it after you call her this old bitch or this hoe and shit. No. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you ladies give these niggas that wrong idea, the wrong thought. Make your intention known. And I say that only because I'm way open-minded when it comes to stuff like that. When a woman, you ain't got to tell me shit. I'm looking at the whole scenario with Mercedes and Keshawn, Miss Mississippi. The bottom line, their goal is to get in and get out and do something more better with their life and their career, something more respectable. And with that, it just seems as though this stupid motherfucker, wrong, ignorant, goofy, retarded, flat out head wave motherfucker, Ocean Spring looking motherfucking head bitch, he decided, if you ain't gonna give it, I'm gonna take it. Wrong idea. And when I say wrong idea, then he goes to try and, since he feels like she and Lil Murder are close, he gonna try to, blackmail her with Lil Murder shit. I personally think he showed her the video of Lil Murder and Uncle Cliff in the back of that car because somebody was in the bushes recording something. I don't think he showed the video of Lil Murder and Big T. We don't know yet. They didn't say. Just said video and they didn't show. But he showed her that video in order to make her think, well, if you don't give me no booty, you don't give me no puss, I'm going to out you and your boy, and this whole tour going to be over, and it's going to be it for him, and I know how much you love him, and you also trying to help him keep his secret to himself. Well, I thought she was going to give in to that just to save Lil Murder, but apparently she was like, no, fuck that pussy factory closed. You get nothing. The only time this shit opens up is when it slide downs and arounds and up and down the pole. And so she, you know, hit him where the sun don't shine, hit that motherfucker in his motherfucking nuts where he needed to be hit because apparently that's where he needed to be hit. Right in this motherfucking in this motherfucking nether region, in the dick, in the balls, is where he needed to be hit at because he was sticking with his dick and not his head. Instead of about getting this money, you should have been doing exactly that and finding you another bitch that could fulfill your motherfucking desires in that way. And look at this young lady as your coworker, not your protege, but your employer because you're employed by her. You trying to fuck your employer. You wouldn't do that shit if you was at the 9 to 5. Maybe you would, I don't know. But bottom line is, it didn't work. She burst out of there, which reminded him when she ran out of the house when Derek first choked the fuck out of her, but she stood up to him when she was pregnant for the very first time. But in that instance, when her father and her stepmother, she was turned away. she got solace. She got solace. She got comforting from the funeral director. And I keep saying funeral director because I haven't called his motherfucking name, but y'all know I'm talking about, the driver, the pimped out hearse that owns the funeral home, Little Murder's boy. If you know the name, drop down in the comments, help me remember. I'm not old at all by a motherfucking shot, long shot. But drop his name down in the comments. But she ran back to him. And apparently, he is the one that don't play no motherfucking games, because when he went back and told him, when Keshawn went back and told him what was going on, you know, he tried to rape me, titties and things hanging out, bedazzle me all over the place. You know, he was like, well, your daddy didn't protect you, bitch, but I'm here to protect Lil Murder and you on several levels. And so what did he do? He told her, don't you worry about a thing. Straight up. Don't worry about shit. I got you. And as a plus, I got Lil Murder. Don't you worry. So, you know, Keshawn said she want to go home. Fuck the last leg of the tour. She want to go home. And all of a sudden, she decides to go home to Massa after she done got clearance from Massa to stay another week. She gets home. You know, Massa decides he happy to see her. He's kissing and giving her sugar. He got little flapjacks and whatnot. Little piece of bacon, little eggs, little orange juice. That kind of shit. But just as I motherfucking suspected, that raggedy ass, no good, cracker barrel eating ass, pudding biscuit ass, oven unbaked bread, brownie looking motherfucker was beating on the motherfucking babies. I knew it. I told y'all she should have left them children with that crazy motherfucker, because in the end, he was beat on as a child by his crazy ass daddy. So who's to say he wouldn't do the same to his own children? And just as he said, when she came back, that put on that baby's arm, that baby arm was out of socket, his elbow and shit. And the doctor was like, oh, that's just, you know, I don't know, tendonitis. A little boy ain't beating his meat or nothing. It's too soon for that. But it's something about, you know, he said some shit about young children, elbow socket, something, I don't know, rocking socket, robot elbow or some shit, I don't know. But the bottom line, the doctor and them overlooked that. But when they raised the back of that baby's shirt up and seen them bruises back yonder way, and that nurse saw that shit and that doctor saw it, I'm surprised right then they didn't call child welfare up in that down to Chuckalisa and get them Johnny started on the case, because I knew he was beating on those children because she had left him and did what she went and done on that tour. And then what didn't resonate with me is the fact that most places I know, and I work in the healthcare industry, and I tell y'all that all the time, I don't do children because in the end, somebody bring a child like that into my office, 9 times out of 10, I'm looking for their dad. I don't even know this child. I don't know the circumstance, but I'm looking for the abuser, because you don't do no shit like that to no child. Like she told me, he is 3 motherfucking years old. But this bitch tried to justify it by saying his dad did it to him. Breaking generational curses. Keep your mother, if you don't have the tolerance to whip your kids, spank your kids, because I think kids need ass whippings. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Spank that ass. Get order. But don't be beating on them kids like that. That's fucked up. And I feel like he need to be locked up on account of that. But I felt some ways that she was really motherfucking stupid. And I'm hoping she was recording him or something like that. To have evidence to the police that she's finally had enough and she's gonna turn him in. Because that's the straw that breaks the camel's back. When he once broke that baby's back, because you don't know what the fuck he hit that baby with. Probably his fist or his hand. He cries all the time. He cried too much. Are you out of your fucking mind, nigga? Or wigger? Are you out of your mind? But I couldn't find solace in the fact that she went and decided to confront that man by herself, knowing that man. Now you say, well, you can beat me, but you can't beat on my kids. I don't even understand that whatsoever, because in the end, you know this man can whoop your motherfucking ass with no problem at the drop of a hat and not even care how you feel about when it's all said and done. Why would you confront him by yourself? I would have confronted him with the police there, because I'd have brought the police back to the house and let them know what all was going on and shit like that there. But he whooped her ass and put that steam iron up to her face, y'all. I thought he was going to stick that. I thought he was about to make a grilled cheese sandwich out of her motherfucking ass real quick one time for the one time. But she begged out her face, and something in him backed him down. And I don't know what the fuck he said, but I was just shaking in fear of him sticking that iron anyway on her. I thought about good times, bitch, when Penny was running around there and that woman stuck that iron on Penny. That's all I could think about. And they must have been channeling that same scene when they thought about this goofy ass shit. But I'm waiting for the next episode. I'm waiting for him to get his motherfucking just due. As far as the wrap up, I'm gonna leave y'all with this shit here. Let me tell y'all this. See, it be the quiet motherfuckers you got to watch. Cause like I told y'all, that funeral home director, you don't tell him how many bodies he got on his name. He been quiet the whole time and chill as fuck. But see, when it comes to that money and little murder and Keshawn and how he treating people, and it's no wonder. And that's my thing. When it be coming to other black men, y'all will get their ass and rub them out quick. When this be these white boys doing stuff, and I don't condone none of it. It's just crazy how y'all would fuck each other over real quick. And this ball had beaten on Keshawn and y'all all know it. But y'all won't go over there and give his ass some fentanyl, his motherfucking sniff jack and Russell. And let him go to sleep. But anyway, old boy went to go and visit Rome. And when he went to visit Rome, Rome is like, bitches out, all the bitches gone. It's boss meeting and all this bullshit here. And little did he know, his boss days were about to come to a boss end, because when old boy came here to talk to him about that situation, I knew something was up, because when he came there and he offered him, I got you a gift, I was like, oh yeah, oh yes, before you leak this motherfucking tape, homeboy, you better leave around in here, rub your motherfucking ass out with an eraser. When I tell you that was his last sniff jack, he won't sniff another mother. The next thing he gonna be sniffing, bitch, is cotton down at the funeral home when he stuff his nostrils with that cotton and embalm his motherfucking ass, because he was so slick with it. You know how most motherfuckers, they figure they ain't been doing no shit right. Oh, you brought me a gift. You sniff it first. You gonna get you do the line first. He was like, it's nothing. He went down that motherfucker and sniffed, went over to the other side real quick and did a whole line. He got high. Yes, true enough. But he didn't get as high as Rome got. Rome got so high, I think right about now, he is high-fiving Jesus and the 12 disciples on the team and saying, good job, good job, good job, good job, good job, good answer, good answer, good answer. And he's entering the pearly gates. Well, maybe. It might be entering the pearly gates of heaven. Well, he might be down there high-fiving the devil and his 12 disciples. And this 12 disciples, because he did do some fucked up shit. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think what he did was worth him dying for, but I don't think it was worth his death. But old boy was serious about this shit. You ain't finna outlive murder. You ain't finna keep fucking with Keshawn. You ain't finna lay around and make this. You talked enough shit about all the dog me. I own a funeral home, so I ain't broke, bitch. We riding around in my shit. So I know I'm not broke. But when I tell you, when he sniffed that shit, he told me, he said, you ever watch a nigga die? I knew right then. He was like, like he got a fishbone caught in his neck or some shit in his, oh, buddy. I knew right then, yes, paid his light bill or not, bitch, the energy company is shutting everything off. You feel me? Yeah, you do. He killed him. Killed his motherfucking ass dead as a doornail. Killed him. He was laying up in that room on that floor like a motherfucking possum on his back with his motherfucking paws and his foot's up in the air. You feel me? Yeah, you do. He made a boss move that day, and that boss move right there cost him his life. So, anyway, I don't know what's gonna come of it. His goofy ass sitting there sniff jacked that bullshit off that table, and he showed him what the bottle was. Fentanyl. He was like, motherfucker, this is the last thing you gonna see, but you gonna know I'm the one that did it. You gonna go to sleep. He said, night, nigga. You gonna go to bed for the last time. No, I'm the one that sung you your last lullaby. And that's just what he did. And fucked up part about it, he probably gonna be the one in charge of the services. He gonna be in charge of the girls. I bet you he go down there and embalm his body, funeralize him and everything else, like he ain't the one that put that fentanyl up in that motherfucker. Well, he didn't put it in his nose. He put it in his own nose. But he supplied it. But he got what was coming to him. Well, I ain't gonna say what was coming to him, because I still don't think that was punishable by death. That was not a good punishment. But, I feel like the white boy Derek, I feel like he is more right now befitting of that. I mean, fuck, go on, give it to both of them. Hit him up, So I don't know, maybe Keshawn finna turn him in and get him off a case or something. And especially get him off these kids' back, because I want this motherfucker to go to jail for sure, beating on them babies. But that's all I have for y'all. I told y'all I was not gonna be all night. I wrote down a whole bunch of shit. I went over as much as I could, as fast as I could. like the little engine that could. But yeah, go watch the episode and definitely bring your ass round by here and take a look at what's going on over here on this block, because it's gonna be more shit coming, more things going on. You know, the new things popping and nothing gonna be stopping. That's my version. So yes, that is it. That's all I have for y'all tonight. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Share with a friend. Share with somebody you know. Share with somebody you don't know. Share with somebody you like. Share with a motherfucker you don't like. Because if you don't like me, guess what? I'm pretty sure somebody else will. Yeah? Feel me? Yeah, you do. But yes, check me out again. I will keep up with P-Valley. I'm also doing Housewives, The Real Housewives of Atlanta. They apparently did not air because of 4th of July weekend. I don't know yet. I'm going to check again to see if they're on this motherfucker. If they ain't, oh well. When they are, I will be back with commentary and reviews for that as well. I also checked out R. Kelly out with that 30-year sentence. Y'all go look at it and check it out. And send some prayers for R. Kelly. And if y'all can, put some on his books. And I also put out a little video about Wendy Williams and what she got going with her life. So check that out. Again, I have more shit coming your way. If there's something that you want me to touch on that you think I have not or sank my claws into, let me know. I will more than likely be glad to do so. And if I got to, I'll dedicate an episode to your ass or some shit like that for bringing me some new commentary or some new shit to look at. Amen? All right, I'm getting out of here. Love yourself, love somebody else, but make sure they loving you the same in return, because if they're not, it ain't worth it. Go on about your business, all right? All right, y'all take care of yourselves, and we'll see what the fuck's going on in Chuckalisa next week. All right? Good night.